All right, we are in the conference class tournament, the opening round on the back nine in my 77 account, playing Ricky. And I was flat, just absolutely. I didn't hit hole number 9 perfect and smoked the cup on a couple other holes and just playing flat. There's a couple out there that we really need to get, and I got those, but the other ones eluded me, so I need to pick it up. I'm sure the scores are going to be massive at the top. I haven't looked, but I'm sure they're going to be big. So you're going to have to shoot. I think you'll have to shoot a 34 in the weekend round to have at least a 32 to be in any kind of running. So we'll see. We'll see what's at the top in the opening round. Here we go. Here we go. All right, hole number 10. Which way's the wind blowing? Side wind. Side wind. Hole number 10. And I am once again trying to get into this area and just bring it over. Bring it up. I think I can get that miraculous stuff done with a... I brought a Titan on the front, but I'm going to bring a Kingmaker here with the APOC. If I need anything else in that bag other than my putter, possibly my wedge, I got bigger problems than the fact that I have to use the other club. I've been doing 10% on the drive times the wind divided by 1.2. Play. And I've been doing 1.5 backspin. I tried to get a little bit greedy on the front, and I put a little teeny bit of right hand curl on there and just barely eked out, and I'm not interested in doing that. I just want to get over on the green I want to get on the fairway on the green side so that I can take a short little chip, get my eagle, and roll, because we need to get an eagle on this hole. We need to get an eagle. Do. 2.7. I'm going to put 1 and a little. .5 rings. I'm going to put on all that forward power, which isn't a lot, but it's a little. And then just try and hit it straight forward. Perfect. Let's see if we got it. Perfect. Now, could I have tried to get a little bit closer, brought out a bigger ball so I could get in the area and try and curve it around? Yes. But I'm not looking for hole-in-one here. I'm looking for eagle. And that's a good spot. I still have work to get done, but that is a good spot. Definitely not interested in doing a max power shot. And that's a lot of power. That is a lot. I wasn't watching their spin, so I don't know what they put on it. That is where I came out on the front, but I did trickle out. And if you look to the left, there's nothing but green, nothing but fairway. Nothing but. Ooh, that might miss. It's going to be close. It missed. Rimmed it. Oh! That's the first time I've missed that hole this week. I've missed it in pro because I was hitting against a headwind, and I was trying to find another way to get over there. I was trying some shots out just to see what would happen, just to give myself a look. So in the weekend round, I had some options. But that's the first time I've been right there for that chip. And that's definitely a makeable spot. You got to hit it perfect. Dang it. Dag nabbit. Yup. Yeah, we're both. I'm not happy about that. Dang it. Need to start off with one right there. I'm not saying I'm counting on that one, but that is one that we really want to have. We really want to have that in our bag. That is brutal. It's better to have that stuff happen in the opening round than in the weekend round, I can tell you that. Good luck to you, my friend. Good luck. Alright, alright. That's hole number 2. It's almost like I can't remember what happened on the front. Did I overpull hole number 2? I've made this hole several times this week and I'm reluctant to go off my deal, but I've been doing one backspin with 10%. 1.1 times the wind. I'm taking this with a sniper at Max Club. Any bag with a sniper. And any ball that says Katana. I'm using the Katana just to give myself a little bit of room. I think if it was a really big, like on this particular day, I might have to use a Kingmaker. I might. I'm almost thinking I might want to just go out there with a Kingmaker. We'll see. We'll see what the wind's like. And if I need to, I'll switch the ball. 10%? Divided by 1. 10% times the wind? Divided by 1. Dun 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 dun. We're spinning. Welcome, Tracy B. Chipping a putt. Let's just do the chip. I didn't like the chip and the putt on the last hole. I prefer just the chip. Let's eliminate the. There's Max. I got plenty of room. 3.2, 3.52 rings. 1 backspin. There's 3.52 exactly. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Oh, didn't pull it enough. I gotta go back and watch the video for the front because it missed like that on the front, and I'm not sure if it was I didn't pull it enough or if I. On the front, whether I didn't pull it enough or if I pulled it too much, but it was like that same thing. It was just like 0.1 off. Maybe plus 10. My notes say plus 10 round up. But I'm not sure if I'd have did a full 3.6 right there, whether it would have made that big of a difference. And 15% would have definitely, that'd have been 3.68. Maybe. 3.52 versus 3.68. That might have gone in. Maybe 15%. Let me make a note here. And that way I can verify it when I check the video. That way when I go back and watch the video, I'll know some stuff I'm looking for. So important to record your own video. There's a bunch of different. I'm using this app is not in the Play Store anymore because it has the pen, but there's a bunch of other record your game or record your screen apps that are out there that are the same exact program. Some of the new ones may have access to a pen, but I know they don't like you drawing on the screen. There's some issues with that type of stuff. There's not any issues on my side. I'm using it okay. I'm okay with it. Dang it. Hole number 12. What is hole number 12? Alright, I have not made this hole. Which way is the wind blowing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've hit it in perfect on this hole. Hold on. All right, where was I? Where's the which way is the wind blowing? It's gonna make a. I was gone forever. It was probably like 5 or 10 minutes. All right, which way is the wind blowing? Okay, all right. I think I can get out there with that wind. Times the wind, divided by 1.2. I think I can get out there with a power 3 ball. And if I can, I'm going to switch immediately to that power 5 ball, and we'll go from there. Go from there. I can't remember on the front whether I hit the shot into the cup. I think I did hit it imperfect. And it missed. I think it did. I'm not sure, because I know that if I did hit it in there perfect today, I think I did hit it in for the very first time perfect. And it was almost like I over pulled it. I didn't write anything down on my notes, but I know I just smoked the cup. I was right off. It was like 0.1 off one side or the other. I can't remember whether I over pulled it or under pulled it. Feels like I overpulled it, but there was one of them that I did overpull, and I wrote down -1 on it, but I can't remember. Dang it. .8, 2.6 rings. A little bit into power. .700 rings straight to the right, aka 2. And I'm in the same spot as my opponent. And that would have been really nice if I hadn't hit it 2 rings straight to the right. You can look to the left of me, and there's like 75 acres of fairway right there. 1.1 times the wind divided by wherever I'm at my club. Let's see if we can make it with a rough iron. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong, is I haven't been taking the shot with my rough iron enough. It's close. Ooh, that was close. Close. Okay, there's max. There's mid, so I'm in the 3/4 mark. 2.3 divided by 2, 1.26 rings. 2 backspin. .26. I'm gonna do 1.3. .3. Oh man, I thought I hit that perfect. That would have been close. It would have. That must have been right on that. That was what I could have swore when I released it. It had that feel. So close, so close, so far. All right. Eagle. What hole are we on here? Hole number 13. What is hole 13? Sniper? My notes say Sniper Titan. Which way's the wind blowing? I like that wind. Sniper. And I'm going to bring... It doesn't really... I'm going to bring a Titan just because I have more of them. Titan, 2 1/4 backspin, rough bump, max club plus 10 to the cup, 1.1 times the wind divided by 1. 2 1/4 backspin. Here we go. Here we go. On the front, the wind was blowing tailwind, but it was kind of coming from the right-hand side. I brought out a low wind ball so I wouldn't have to pull over the sand, because the sand here is definitely distorting the rings. So I was trying to stay within. There's not much room there, but there was just enough room on the front. I think I had to take out like 2.5 rings, and at the angle I was at, I had just enough to take out 2.5 rings. But this wind works really good. I go first. 2 1/4 backspin. Maybe 1 ring into the rough. And right at it. 2.64 rings. There's 2.5. There's 2.64. Exactly. Perfect. Man, I thought I hit that one great. Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Looky. All right. Blind squirrel. That doesn't make up for hole number 1, or hole number 10, but at least I started putting something on the positive side. I've never had this rough bump. I've played this hole a bunch, and I have made some hole-in-ones on it doing what my opponent's doing right there, but it's all luck. You're basically standing right there and just throwing the ball over your shoulder and hoping you hit it right to get the roll down that hill, as far as I'm concerned. There's so many variables involved right there. When you're trying to use the hill to roll back down into the cup. Speed, if you're going really fast, you're going to fly through, brake. If you're going too slow, it's going to brake harder. There's just a lot of variables on it. That rough bump. And that rough bump hasn't always been available on this hole. But now that it is, I like it. I've probably made more hole-in-ones on that hole this week than I have up to this point. That's how much better that rough bump is than the other options. Hole number 14. Alright, is this hole number 5? It is hole number 5. Alright. I did this. I hit this perfect on the front, and it was the first time I've hit this shot perfect where I haven't made it end. And once again, I can't remember if I over or under pulled it. On my notes it says plus 10 round up, and I think what I did was I didn't round up. It was low. It was like 5.1, or I just kept it at the 5 instead of rounding it up to 5.1. And I need to make sure and round it up. But that's the first time I've hit it in here perfect, and I haven't made it, so I wasn't real happy about that. I wasn't. And I'm bringing a Kingmaker. You can do this with a Katana and Ricky. I'm going to bring a Kingmaker because of the little bit of headwind, and it'll put me, I'm trying to make, I really want to get as deep into my second, if I make it over, I want to get as deep into that thorn as possible. And I've been doing 10% on the drive and 10% on the shot to the cup, times the wind divided by 1.2. 3 side spin, 5 top spin, 2.5 rings off. Let's do the wind first. Got my equation, all I gotta do is type the wind in. If I can find an opponent. It's a big if. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for joining the channel. All right, 3 and 5. 2.5 rings off. Where's my red line? I got plenty of room. 2.5 rings off. .9, 3.6 rings. There's 3, 6. A little bit of curl for flavor. Bring it back to the fairway. Hitting it perfect. Nice. You gotta watch out. Anywhere on that fairway used to be good, but now we don't want to be in the front in the perfect spot on the left-hand side because they put those signs there. Because they're cheesy. The good news is somebody got a gold star above their name for that brilliant idea. That'll be nice. That'll still be nice. So it's 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by wherever I'm at my club, and I should be in min, right at minimum club. 2.6 divided by 3.5, 0.9 of a ring. Is that right? Yeah, it is. .9 of a ring. There's 0.9 of a ring. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Woo! I forgot to round up on the front, and I'm sure that's what killed me. It was 0.81, and I rounded it up to 0.9. So there we go. All right, we made one. We're starting to put some in the positive column. It seems like we still have some really, now we've got a big ass test coming up. Big test. That was so close. That was close. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's see if I think I have some empty slots. Let's check. Let's make sure I do. I got one empty slot. Now, what hole are we on here? We're on the midterm. We're on the midterm hole, on which way's the wind blowing. How that wind works for us, once again. I'm going to take my number 4 bag, I believe, and a Berserker. All right. And I've been using the wind, so 1.1 times. I'm going to put the wind back in. I'm going to take the side wind out and then put the forward portion of it back in. Try and get as much yardage as possible. And I've been doing 0 on the second shot, just going to the cup. I haven't been doing anything special. My whole thing is just trying to get onto the green. And where I'm getting onto the green, I still have work to do because I'm living myself what I consider a long putt. And not only is it a long putt, but it's one of those side hill putts where you gotta be off at an angle, and it's not I'm not the best putter in the world, and it's the type of putt that I'm not a fan of. .6, 4.12. Let's put the forward movement back on. One ring great to the right. That should not kill me. Pounding it down there. That's what I'm talking about. 465. And it's whatever the wind is divided by 1.7. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's 1.3. Forgot what account I was in. I just got that cataclysm. I just got several of my clubs up to level 7, and so I gotta remember the numbers. And I was playing my odd account yesterday and I was remembering the numbers from this account in it, and now I'm remembering the other account's numbers in this one. That's why it's nice to have a practice account that has the same clubs. Look at that. Looky. 2.6. It's 2 rings. 2 rings. Oh, every time I've hit it great here, I've ended up in the rough right here. Whew. When I've been in that spot and I've hit it perfect, I've gone on the green and I've been about this same kind of distance away with that putt. Now, this putt's a little bit better than what I've been taking, but I've been in the right spot. But every time I've hit it great, I think in this area, for some reason, it wants to throw. Like if you hit it to the left, it wants to throw it to the left and then end up getting caught up in the rough. I feel like I got a little lucky right there. Now let's capitalize on that luck and sink this putt. What I don't like about their shot right there is this bounce right here, how close it is. So this is the same thing. They hit it great to the left and they're in big ass trouble. I was trying to keep my second bounce as far down here as I could to give myself separation. And I still came surprisingly close to getting caught up in the rough. Perfect. Perfecto. A chip from there is not bad. I've been up in this area right here doing these putts, and right in front of where my opponent's at, and I didn't like them. Perfect. Woo! In the hole. I know we got to get eagle on that, but man, whew, we passed the midterm. See if my opponent can get in. I'm not sure from that distance that wind's going to play any factor whatsoever. So I do not know if I would move it off that flagpole. And man, if it's pushing it back like that and they're on the edge and they hit it great to the right, this could go horribly wrong. Hit it perfect. Perfect. Perfecto. Good game, my man. Good game. All right. We made it past the midterm. Now we're not in the clear, but at least we made it past the midterm. Now we can get back to the let's try and pick up some shot type deal. I need to pick up all 3 of these. All right. Which way's the wind blowing on this hole? Which way? Which way? A side wind. And it seems like I used a power 3 ball on the front and I did some overpower. Let's think about the deal here. Just looking at those 4 power balls and seeing what I don't know that I'm using any. Well, I might be using a little bit of side spin. Maybe. I'm going to bring 1 dead ball. And what have I been doing on this? I've been doing 0 on the drive. Whatever the wind is divided by 1.2. Whatever the wind is divided by 1.2, that's it. That's what I'm doing. Max top spin. The Milano. Dun 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 dun. .1, 1.75 rings. Let's hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. See if I can get our bounces right. Ooh, almost. It got that flat bounce coming off that island. Sometimes you get the loft, and sometimes you're the spoon, and sometimes you're in the bowl. Still got a great shot from here. Yeah. We'll see if that works for them. Good. And it could not. It depends. Okay, if we hit this perfect, it goes in the hole. I'm going to start off right there. And let's hit it perfect. Perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. Get in. Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Blind squirrel finds the net. Excellent. Now we just need to pick up these last 2. And I have not made hole number 8 all week, and I have been like I've been gradually getting there, and I'm right there, and I did a plus 30 on the front, and it was just a slight overpull. This is the hole I wrote down the maybe minus 0.1. All right, Let's see which way the wind's blowing. This wind's blowing exactly the opposite of what it was in the front, so we'll see. I'm going to try the minus 0.1. So what I'm going to do is plus 30. It's 1.3 times the wind. I'm in my Grizzly at 0.9 per ring, so divided by 0.9 minus 0.1. So now all I got to do is plug in the wind and it will roll. And I'm going to take a Grizzly and a Navigator. A Grizzly. Navigator somewhere. Navigator. And I got a Grizzly. All right. All I got to do is type in the wind, hit perfect. It goes in the hole. Let's see if I can get the first hole-in-one of the week on it right here, right now. And I like this hole. Going into this tournament, I would say 2 backspin, no side spin. .9, 5.53 rings. There's 5.53 exactly. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Oh, you rat bastard. And I was 3 rings. I think I was 3 rings in the rough right there. And I've been playing that hole 2 rings in the rough instead of 3. And that will definitely, it hit deeper down in it. That was there. I'm going to stick with the minus 0.1. That was dead on. That's the first time this week I've had distant. It's been off the cup. Right there. That's good news though. I mean, the deal is that it's nice to get all of this stuff in the opening round, but it's really better to get it all in the weekend round. So I want to peak in the weekend round. I feel like I've been running pretty flat today. I shot a 17 in the qualifier and a 14 on the front, so definitely didn't light it up. That was right there. I think I would have won the shootout though. I was playing this hole one time. Hammer and Hank were playing. I think this was in Tour 2 or Tour 3. It was in one of the lower tours forever and a day. And Hammer and Hank and I were playing friendlies down there one day, shooting video, and we got on this hole, and like either he made a hole-in-one or I made a hole-in-one. I think we had a couple times where he made a hole-in-one and then I made a hole-in-one, and then I made a hole-in-one and he made a hole-in-one. I had that happen one time with Dunner, where Dunner and I were out playing, and Dunner won every one of them. I think there was 2 or 3 holes where we doubled up hole-in-ones, and then we doubled up hole-in-ones, and then he beat me. But we were on fire. This hole right here is an awesome hole, and to go so far this week, nothing. It's been teasing me all week. All right, let's get an Albie right here. We can do this. I don't think I hit it in perfect on the front, and I didn't get the Albie. Or maybe I did hit it in perfect, and it's the first time I've hit it perfect and it hadn't gone in. I've been doing a plus 10 on both. The 1.1 times the wind. Let's see. That wind will work. Let's look at the hole. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right hole. I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's it. I'm trying to go down here. Right here. Past these trees in this little spot. And how are we going to get this amazing feat done? That's a question. That is. We're going to do a max overpower hook shot. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to bring my APOC and a Kingmaker. Bag number 1. I'm actually going to switch that bag. Hold on. Let me get the right ball here. Kingmaker. Heartbreaker. I want to bring that bag. If I have to use my wood or my long iron, something went wrong. But if I do have to use those, I can. They have enough topspin. I might be able to do the rough bump, and there is a rough bump out here. All right, deep breath. The chair I sit in, my wallet scoots out. And it just fell on the floor. Here we go. Do the wind first, and then find the spot. Which is kind of tricky to find. Tricky. I know I'll be clipping the tree, but I'm not worried about it because I'm going to do max curl and I'm doing a hook, so it's going around the trees. I'm not really, your ball guide doesn't know that you're going to put curl on it or that you're going to do a hook, or it doesn't know. It's just, it only does straight shots. So I'm not going to worry about where my ball guide's at. As far as like if it's clipping the tree, that doesn't matter. I actually want it to be clipping the tree because that's part of my setup. And that is not far enough for the shot that I'm doing. That is not far enough to the right for this hook. Now that's not to say that they won't end up with something good, but I'm going to be farther to the right than this. And that is going to be good. That'll be a nice shot. That'll be right down where I'm looking at. Clear the trees, straight up shot. Nice. Perfect. Perfecto. Max top and however much side spin I can get on. And I'm clipping the tree. You see those two trees right there? I want them to be in my cohort 1.9 or in my circle 174. And I got it all. That's what we're looking for right there. Right there. Now, this might be in minimum club. It's 1.1 times the wind divided by wherever I'm at in my club, and it might be minimum thorn. It's going to be minimum thorn. Unless I'm so close that I have to use more than 2 backspin, maybe 3 backspin, I'm gonna play it with my thorn. If I have to start using more backspin than that, then I might switch over. The deal about hitting it at max wedge is that I've got to leave myself enough room to take out the wind. And I am right at minimum club. 3.7 divided by 3.5. 1.2 rings. Let's see. That is right. Right at 1.2 rings. There's 1, 2. Perfect. Get in the hole. Get in. Woo! In the hole. Look at that. Look at that. Albatross. That'll be a good tiebreaker too. Be good to have an Albie in your bag for now we'll see what's at the top. I really, like looking at the rounds, I shot a 14 on the front and I shot a 16 on the back, and I really think that you really need to be at the 16. Now, I have no idea. Sometimes, the opening round, but I think in the weekend round, by the time we get there, we really need to be at minus 32 in order to have any shot at it. And so we'll see what a 30 does. We'll see. But the scores that I've seen up to this point, I shot a 17 in the opener, and the person that was behind me shot a 15. And then there was like 3 14s and then 13s. It took a 13 to qualify. And so I wouldn't be surprised, I suppose, if 30 isn't up towards the top. On top, look at that, 430s. Wow. I would have thought somebody would have went over that. What'd they shoot in the opener? 14. Is that what? 17 versus 14. That qualifying round, if we can dig down into that qualifying round is going to do really good for me. Did they get an Albie? Yes, they got one Albie. They got an Albie on 12. Getting an Albie is always a good deal too. And they got two Albies. All right, there you have it. That was my qualifying round. I left a ton of shots out there on the course. I mean, just this one right here, hole number 10. You know, that is brutal. And I think this is the first time this week that I've hit perfect on hole number 5 and haven't made it in. I really need to go back and watch both of these videos for this round and make sure that I can tweak my notes and make sure I got my notes right, because there are a few slight little changes on my notes, but tighten them up for the weekend round, because I got the opportunity to really blow it up this weekend, and I really want to peak. I would really rather peak tomorrow. So I'm happy about the 30. It got me, it gets me qualified for the weekend round. It'll give me a fairly decent qualifier, but I'm happy because I left a bunch of stuff on the table and I still have an opportunity to pick those up. So here we go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. I got viewers that, you know, I appreciate it when you all come on and, you know, you're following the guides or you're following my playthroughs and it's helping you out. I'm happy that the game is helping you, or my videos are helping, and hopefully I continue helping you out, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.